The province of Alberta in Western Canada is home to an estimated 9,000 bighorn sheep ranging along the eastern slopes and mountains from the Montana border of the United States to the Wilmore Wilderness Park near Jasper and the mountains that extend north. One of the biggest challenges is the overlap in habitat between wild and domestic sheep and goat. Diseases like Mycoplasma ovi pneumoniae or MOV from domestic livestock can ravage wild sheep herds, and there are concerns it could devastate local populations and spread further. MOV is a highly contagious bacterium that predisposes wild sheep to various pneumonia infections. Unlike a virus, this respiratory illness is bacterial and there is no vaccine. The bacterium spreads from airborne respiratory droplets from the sneezing and coughing of infected animals. A single infected EV can spread MOV through a herd, and those infected who survive do not gain immunity and become carrier to spread it. There is no cure or treatment. Once an infection starts, the only way to prevent further spread is to kill all the remaining animals. So what should be done? MOV infects wild sheep in contact with domestic sheep or goats that are infected or carrying the disease, and anywhere the domestic and wild species overlap is an important concern. Plus, the migratory or seasonal movements of bighorn sheep can find them incredible distances from mountains and potentially in contact with domestic sheep and goats. Conservation and education groups like the Wild Sheep Foundation Alberta rallied members to look for diseased animals and watch for domestic sheep and goats that may have strayed into bighorn country. A good example was the call to action and quick response in the summer of 2023 when a four-horned domestic sheep snuck into bighorn country in southwestern Alberta. A poster was made with an image of the sheep, and the public was asked to report sightings to the provincial government to help it find before it interacted with bighorns. Wildlife management have put measures in place to try and prevent MOV outbreaks. Education programs are aimed at domestic sheep and goat producers, veterinarians, and the public at large to reduce the threat. A disease surveillance plan is in place to assess risk and identify where infected animals are located for domestic and wild populations. Fencing and dogs ensure domestic sheep and goats do not have contact with the wild sheep. A key measure requires testing domestic sheep and goats that will graze in and around wild sheep and their ranges, and their current policy is to ensure that they do not come within 50 kilometers of any bighorn sheep range. A cooperative research project was started in 2022 to examine wild sheep movements and disease risk. The Minister's Special License Program, Government of Alberta, University of Alberta, and Wild Sheep Foundation Alberta funded the study. Shoykot Kumar Basu, Kalinga Chronicle TV, Bureau Report, Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.